Hey, it's your girl Promise, the boss builder with Business Besties, and I'm in the studio with J Haleem.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy J Haleem, and we are back for another session of In the Studio. Listen, I keep trying to upgrade, but I keep hitting it. I keep hitting my mark because I got this lovely young lady right here. Met her out in the city doing her thing. I'm doing my thing, and I was totally intrigued. First thing was she called herself the Business Bestie. I haven't heard that yet, so that's exclusive. I've literally helped over 7,000 people in their businesses, and I've never heard Business Bestie yet. So I love the exclusivity. But we're here in Vegas, the city of exclusivity. Nothing's like Vegas. You know, we are the number one media company here in Vegas. I'm telling y'all that. Ain't no going to be. We are. And we got to bring one of the number one business and entrepreneurs here in the city. So right now, today, I want y'all to celebrate with me the lovely and talented Miss Promise, the boss builder.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. And we pulled it together real quick, didn't we?
Yeah, didn't we?
made it
Yep.
happen fast, huh?
We ready to rock and roll. How do you like that introduction?
I loved it. Yeah, thank you.
Is it befitting of a queen?
Yes, it is. Yes, very much so.
Oh, man, let's get right into it. Business Bestie. How did you become, first of all, let's go back. Okay. Let's go back to how you get into entrepreneurship.
I got into business, my first actual business, because I feel like before that I've always just had hustle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've always had a hustle. So when I first got into business, I was a dog breeder.
Wow.
So I was breeding English and French bulldogs. So I think that taught me, anything could sell. And then I felt like I was in the toughest part of it because I had to sell a product that had no guarantee.
Yeah.
And really expensive. I would sell a French bulldog for $5,500.
Yeah.
Maybe even $7,500.
Yeah, French.
But I couldn't even guarantee you that there wouldn't be any underlying issues with the dog. Maybe something I didn't even know about. So then when I got into business and I'm selling activewear line, I'm selling clothes, I'm selling, different things. It's like it was a lot easier because it's like I was selling something that was so hard. It's super expensive, no guarantee, to where now I'm teaching people how to sell lashes and T-shirts. It doesn't even compare.
But you jumped into something that's literally the undergirding the business, supply and demand.
Right.
People wanted Frenchies,
Right.
and they didn't care. Some people just wanted a Frenchie to say they had a Frenchie.
Just to say they had it. Absolutely.
And so you understand what trends are like immediately. You jumped out into having to see what that is. What was it? When did you stop selling Frenchies, and what made you stop doing it? Breeding. I
got out of the business because it was something me and my partner were doing at the time. So when we separated, it was kind of just like, I need my own brand. Yeah. And because like you said, the exclusivity was important, but it's also the branding. Yeah. And I branded my kennel club to specialize in exotic.
Okay.
So it's just like with the clientele we had them waiting for litters.
Yeah.
Like months waiting for litters, to where when we dropped, all of them were sold.
Yeah.
So it was like, that was the branding behind it.
Supply and demand.
So when I got out, that was the main thing. When I developed Business Besties to what it is now, it was that, like the branding behind it.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily put myself in front as the brand. I used my members. I used them, put them in the face of the community. So it really was that. That's kind of how I transitioned in an easy way.
So you went from you say you went from doing the brand, the breeds, to doing activewear and things of that nature. What made you go into that? What was the thought process behind it?
I wanted some products to sell. So
Okay.
we did T-shirts and stuff for the Kennel Club. And then I wanted something that was like really my own.
Yeah, for you.
The breeding was mostly my partners.
Mm-hmm.
I was really I was the whelper.
Yeah.
I whelped the puppies. I took care of them. And then I upgraded our branding. So I wanted something that was my own, and then I did my activewear line, and then I started to focus in on that. And then it was like, you know, I need to be around like-minded women. So that's when I really started to network hard and connect with other women who were like trying to actively grow a business. And we just kind of start sharing each other's resources. So like, hey, I got a photographer, you have, you know, a makeup artist, let's bring them and have, you know, a content party.
Yeah, wow.
This episode is brought to you by The Snatch Bar, a private mobile bartending company based in Las Vegas, Nevada. Whether you need a mobile bar set up for your wedding reception or private in-home celebration, The Snatch Bar is able to bring the bar to you. In addition to mobile bartending services, The Snatch Bar is also able to offer custom mixology parties for groups of 5 or more. To learn more, visit www.thesnatchbar.com or on Instagram at @thesnatch_bar.
Developing Business Besties.
Yeah.
We started with doing a weekly networking event.
And the content, what you said, content parties.
Yeah. And we started at Bahama Breeze, and I'm mad Bahama Breeze is gone now. I'm super sad about that one. But yeah, that's where it all started. Every week getting like-minded women together, and eventually we grew our community to 2,700 members locally. Now I have almost 7 chapters to the community. So Business Besties LA.
They're all here? Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
LA, we're pushing to the Midwest right now. Portland, Virgin Islands. So yeah.
Why women? I mean, I hear a lot of women say that. Like, you know, I used to have a publicist. Well, she was kind of like my publicist adjacent. So I had a publicist, but when she couldn't do certain things, she would hook me up with her. Then out of nowhere, I say about 5 years later, she said, I only work with women. Like, why just women, not network with men or other entrepreneurs?
I've always had I've always been a girl's girl. Always. I love my women. I love Black women. I just love women in general. But and then it was me coming from the industry I was in. I was a dancer here in Vegas.
Okay.
So my audience was men for so long.
Oh, okay.
To where I wanted to transition, and I did not want a male clients. I didn't want to work with men. And that's a strong piece, but really it's just my love for women.
No, this is great because one thing, and you'll see in some of my other videos, I like to talk about the business portion, but I also want people to know you more than anything because they don't understand who's behind businesses. Right. You know, especially people that look like you and I. You know, you like you said something that stuck to me, just something small. You might not even know you small. You said when I got into real business, because people when you're an entrepreneur, you understand the difference between you doing something and then it actually being a business.
Right.
And you obviously understand that. And so I'm like, okay, she knows what's the difference. You knew that, okay, I was a commodity at one point, and obviously you made the decision that you didn't want to be the commodity. You wanted to show that you can sell something else. Right. And also help other people do it. So is that, and we don't have to get into anything deep, but was there a turning point from a traumatic perspective? It was like, hey, I'm not dealing with guys no more. Were you trying to do business and they just wasn't giving you a chance to, you know, be the businesswoman that you can be? They was just more so you objectifying you and things of that nature. Was stuff like that happening?
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to get deep.
Oh, okay,
we can get deep. I would cry on this couch. No, but yes, I did not want to be objectified. I wanted. Really, my community is my passion project. This is something I really feel like God wanted me to do.
Yeah.
Because if it comes down to money, I could be doing so many different things.
Yeah.
And I know that. Like, if it really comes down to if I just want to hustle, get to the dollar, there's so many things I can do. And then if I were to involve men into that, I would, if I'm being honest, I would be able to know that the lust that this man has for me, I could monetize it.
Yeah.
And I did, because my community is something that I really want to put my authentic self and my love into. Yeah. I did not want that attachment.
I understand.
And that's me just being completely honest. So with this, going back to what you said about like real business, when I was doing other things, street pharmacists,
No. We've
these,
had a few of the past, and again,
and that's not a
my
real
story,
business. And really, I end up learning that's how they keep us trapped. Not having an LLC, not being able to do your taxes the right way.
Yeah.
They want you not to be able to take advantage of these claims and these different opportunities that's out there. You've been running a business from your house for years, making so much money, but because you do not pay taxes on it, you cannot take advantage of the lending opportunities that are out here. And
about to get me excited.
Our black people. That's our black people.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And mostly the women. I felt like that's how they divided us. They got the men in prison and made it to where the women have to work from home because they got to raise their kids and make money at the same time. What can I do?
Yeah.
I could sell plates. I could do hair. I can babysit.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of women who started business that they're not paying taxes on, that they're not legitimizing because they're trying to keep it all on the table, keep as much money to themselves as possible, not understanding we lose so much on the back end.
Yeah, it's the education piece that I figured out that we lack, and a lot of times they speed it up for us. As far as like we gotta make this money to feed ourselves. Right. We gotta make this money in order to pay our bills. There's no comfort. Like in my second book that I wrote, I always talk about if you can get a job, get that job. So that takes care of that, so you can actually build a business. I treat businesses like babies, and when you do that, of course you're going to pay close attention to the baby. You want the baby to grow, but I also understand that that's still a different human being. It's not me, right. And if I got to put everything I need to put in him or her, so that when they grow, you'll see something from me. You'll know that hey, he was raised right, but they still got to go do their own thing, and it got to be without you. Right. A lot of people are like, hey, I am doing hair. This is all I got. This is mine. I can't give up X amount to the government right now because I need every single dollar in order to make it. So you're not going to hold your child back like that. Right. You've seen, I got the mothers who would go, my son plays basketball, who would give up everything to get their son on the basketball team. Mm-hmm. But it's just a train of thought. You spending the money. You know what I mean? Because it's costing to kick AAU to Arizona to LA to Seattle, all that other stuff. So you can get some taxes, like you said, so that you can actually show that you made a profit and actually get some lending opportunities and get put in a different space, take advantage of financial opportunities and stuff like that, credit, business credit, otherwise. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Who taught you about this, or was it just trial and error?
I'm a sponge. So the reason why I love community so much is because I grew up in San Bernardino, California. Mm-hmm. My father's from Delma Heights. My mother's from Delma Heights. So the community in California was heavy. Mm-hmm. I'm used to us partnering together, the church donating money so we could pay a light bill. I'm used to that heavy community, and it wasn't just basic. It wasn't just like we go shopping together and we kick it together. No, we cry together.
Yes.
And we have these deep talks, and I would be probably the only kid around that would sit there and listen to the adults talk.
Wow.
So I feel like early on I caught an understanding of life. Yeah. Early on, to where at 12 years old, I remember my mom spending her food stamps to get me candy so I could sell at school. Wow. And then I was making so much money, we started the candy house. Yeah. So now I'm selling like ices. We was the candy house. All my friends would come over, and she like, hey, So I'm able to flip her food stamps into cash. Yeah. To where by the time I got into high school, she would let me throw house parties, and I'm charging everybody $5 to come into our house party. Wow. And it was booming. It was almost a club every week. Okay.
I know. I love it. How does mom feel about you now with your business? When you guys have talks, you guys have conversations about it?
It's almost like she's not surprised.
Wow.
It's almost like she's not. She's super proud of me, but it's almost like she's not surprised. She knew I would. I'm a Sagittarius, if that says anything, but she knew I would be good. She always knew I would be good.
Oh man! So coming from San Bernardino, what made you get to Vegas? Come to Vegas?
We moved here when I was about 8 or 9. Okay. So I think it was the convenience. Definitely. Property at that time was super cheap. I remember we had a 3-bedroom house, upstairs, downstairs, really huge. and probably was like $800 a month.
Boy, I wish I knew about Vegas back in those days.
Yeah. This had to have been like 03, 04.
Wow, I wish I knew about Vegas back in those days. I would have been all up and through here right now.
And I remember rent because at 14, 15, I would help my mom pay it.
Yeah.
So when I started the community, focusing on women, that was my main thing. I wanted to educate them, provide these resources and opportunities, because a lot of it was, I noticed it was mindset for them. We have women, like you said, who would do anything to get their needs met.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, hold on to these restrictions and these limitations that they put on themselves.
Yeah.
And I seen it. Like, you know, if there's anything you wanted, you would go get it.
Yeah.
Do the same for your business.
Yeah.
Have that same ambition for your business. Because for me, that's how it was. I realized that if I wanted a purse, if I wanted some shoes, if I wanted my hair done, there's nothing that was going to stop me from getting it.
So why do you feel like those things are more of a priority than business, than savings, than credit, things of that nature?
Because there's no instant gratification. Instant gratification. That's what I see. A business is something you have to let marinate and keep.
Say that again. Say that again.
No, not only do you have to let it marinate, you got to keep seasoning.
Yeah.
So leave it in the refrigerator, come back, pour some more seasoning, put it in the refrigerator, come back, put some more seasoning on it. Okay, so there's no instant gratification. Unlike anything else, where if I buy that purse or them shoes, instantly I'm happy. Yeah. Even though it don't last long.
Yeah,
it won't last long, because the next day, a couple days later,
some
maybe
you
a
scuffed
month later,
them up, or some other things going and not in style no more. People not wearing it. You know, I heard when you said that, that's great. I have a saying somebody said about businesses like building or growing a Chinese bamboo tree, and it takes about 5 years for it to grow, but you won't even see a remnants of it for the first 3.
Yes.
Like you won't even see nothing. Yeah, no, go ahead. Cause not mine. It was from a book I read. But it said like literally the first 3 years you're watering nothing. They can't even see what you're watering. They can't even see you doing anything. You're just over there like in that movie when they was building the ark. You know, like they like thinking you crazy because you're just watering nothing. Yeah. It takes 3 years for you to even see like a bud. You know what I'm saying? Then it takes a whole 5 years for it to actually grow. So I think business, I totally agree with that assessment. And people, you're right. They don't want to wait. They want it now.
They want it now.
What do you say to the people who have right now problems and they're trying to solve it with a business?
I would suggest not to quit one for the other.
Yeah.
I would never tell anyone to quit their job and just go all in on a business. You want to become the person who can maintain it all. So the thing is, if you are having a hard time with maintaining things as is, it'll be really hard to say you want more. And that's, I tell my girls a lot, you will contradict what you're trying to manifest in a way where you limit yourself. And then and kind of rebuke your manifestation. Because you have to be able to say, you know, this is a lot, but I'm also asking for a lot. So if you're having a hard time being a mother or working a job and growing the business, that too is still true with a corporation. How are you going to handle tens or hundreds of employees and not be able to maintain your current situation? And that's how I kind of had to trick my mind. And once I did it, I tell my girls all the time, you will contradict your manifestations if you can't build yourself up to be the person who can maintain everything as is and be able to welcome more in.
I love it. Let me tell you something. You know, having this conversation with a young lady is super dope to me, and I can't wait for the other young ladies to see this and hear this conversation. So you talked about being a hustler before, and that was a part of my story. I always said, you know, as a hustler was cute, especially when I was young, and everybody always used it. It was like the term of endearment. But as I got older and older, it was like it wasn't, because you couldn't put hustle on the resume. So what, you know what I'm saying? Like people wanted to know, what can you actually produce on a regular basis that they can count on? And at what point in your life where you felt like hustle wasn't enough for you and you had to actually solidify yourself as something better?
So we talk about getting deep, right?
Come on.
So if I answer that question honestly, I gotta get a little deep. So, my partner ended up at the time. This is maybe about 4 or 5 years back. He ended up going to prison. So while he's in prison, I had made the decision that I would take some stuff to the prison.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, I got caught. I'm on probation. I was on my knees every day thanking God because this situation could have ended so bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Not only was I not arrested, but I was on probation during COVID where they couldn't do anything. They weren't drug testing really. They weren't coming to the house. I didn't have in-person meetings.
Yeah.
So really, for something like that, I could have been in prison myself. I could have been sitting in there, and when I had that reality check, I realized a hustle is not enough.
Yeah.
Hustle is not enough, and I'm selling myself so short.
Yeah.
So with that was what converted me.
Okay.
To where I had to put. I really thought I was believing in God, and I'm thanking God for these plays. And that's the crazy part, right?
I love this. Keep going. Come on.
I'm thanking God for these plays. Like, thank you for letting this happen. No. He's like, no, this is not for me.
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
This is the part of the free will I gave you, man.
Oh,
okay?
Man. Talk.
So with that, I'm like, okay, now I'm really going to have full faith in you.
Yeah.
Because I dropped everything.
Yeah.
I squared my life up to the T.
Isn't that the hardest time though?
It's hard.
That is the hardest time when you jump off the porch and say, I'm not doing this no more. And this is all you know.
And that's all you know.
But that's actually when God shows up because you have absolutely nothing to do with where you go next. Because you don't know where to go next.
Right.
You're just existing. It's like, okay, you want me to go here, I'm going to go. Yeah, so I just concur with everything you're saying because I remember it. When you talking, I'm feeling something.
Flashbacks?
Listen, man, I do this for a reason because I love entrepreneurship so much because it saved my life. Yeah. Being a felon, I was pardoned in 2021, but I was a felon for 20 years, multiple felons. So, there's no way I could get a job. I couldn't get a job. I had to do business. And so what I did illegally, I had to figure out how to do it. I remember trying to buy a house and I made a shit ton of money, but I couldn't show. I was doing the play, like you said. So I wasn't showing the taxes like that. And they like, hold up. You made no money. Right. You keep filing for losses. I'm like, I got hit with some tax bullshit for it too later on. But that's the point. I didn't know. Nobody would tell me that, you got to show this so that you can get that.
First round, yes, to do it. Nobody in your environment is doing it.
Exactly. So when you talking, I'm like, yes, sister, go ahead, because we need to tell these stories. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I'm sitting in front of the bank, and the lady like, look, I don't know what to tell you, and she don't even understand. She just looking at okay, it don't show this. Yeah. And I got to deny. You can't do this. You can't. And I'm like, and then somebody else had to tell me yo. Nah, you got to show that you make money, man. I'm sure, I made money. Right. I made money. I know people. I lived in South Carolina at that time. I know people was making $30,000 a year and was able to get. And I'm killing them. I'm multiple six figures, and I can't. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm yelling. I'm screaming. I'm like, not having the knowledge, man. Yeah. So when you talking to me, my hairs are standing up. Yeah, let's keep this going. But you made that decision.
It's faith in God and faith in yourself.
Definitely.
And it always comes back to self because God wants us to understand He is us.
Yeah.
Like I am you.
Yeah.
So if you just treat yourself good and believe in you and hold yourself up to the most high, what do you I will make the universe bend to you. I will make it bend to you. What are your wants? What are your desires? I will make it bend to you. Believe in yourself. Because when it came down to the wrong way, still it bent to you.
Yeah.
So just do it in a way that would make him proud, make him happy. So as soon as I made that shift, life aligned for me. It really did. Everything started to fall in play. I started to gather my discernment. Even now I'm still building, but it grows more and more to where that voice is just louder than any discouragement, any outside chatter. It's like that inner voice is louder than anything. So really, I try and walk as a blueprint for the members in my community so they know what's possible. It's not as hard as we make it seem. Yeah. It's not that hard. Yeah. Allow yourself the ability to grow and become stronger. And that's really the hard part, is you will be tested. Yeah. And when those tests come, you want to be an armored, happy soldier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, nobody ever said it wasn't going to be hard. You just got all the tools equipped to go ahead and handle that journey. Right. And so people got to think about that. I definitely want to talk about your group. I wanted to spend some time letting people get to know you. But now let's talk about I love the Business Bestie thing. I really do. I mean, when we met, I said, I need her on the I need her on the pod, because I've never heard of that. Now you telling me that you spread out between multiple places and now almost international. So going into this, you said you was going to holler at the sisters. What was the first interaction like when you said, hey, we're going to do this event? And when everybody came out, what was the response from everybody when you created an event for everybody to come out?
It's always the same, where I have women who have watched me a while and finally decide to come and get all the inspiration they need to further their business. Yeah. And then they end up connecting with so many different women that is now creates a community behind them. Yeah. So my community is really just a starting point for them to develop their own community around their brands. So it fuels my heart, and that's why this is really just what I feel like is my passion and really aligned with my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing, is because that part fills me up more than anything. Yeah. It fills me up more than anything when they're crying, like, I'm so happy I came. I'm so mad it took me so long. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
What you feel like holds them back the most? Is it money? Is it just afraid to step out? What is something that you find that people is holding them back?
The limitations usually do come down to money. I would get it a lot. Like, I wanted to come, but I don't even have enough money for gas. And I'm like, did you think about coming and bringing your products to sell to the other women there?
So you can make
the money?
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of it, this is why I focus on women. Another piece of it is we are there for everybody. Yeah. If you don't have nothing, you don't got no money, your kids is driving you crazy, your man is wearing you down. But if I call you and say, hey, girl, can you help me? I need help with this and this and this. What you need, girl? What you need, girl? Okay, I got you. Yeah. But they will never speak up about the things that they need. Yeah. And that's like, it hurts me. It really hurts my heart. If you love me or you care about me that much, why would you not think I wouldn't rise to the occasion for you?
Yeah. I think it's a thing where we're afraid to take care of ourselves. It's easier to take care of other people's problems.
But to face the disappointment breaks you. Yeah. To hear somebody tell you no or not believing in you, it breaks you.
I totally concur. And that's this life we chose too, entrepreneurship. I always tell people it's like going to the military. You know, anybody can come and go to boot camp. Now, but you got to make it through boot camp to become a soldier. Right. And you are creating your own boot camp and your own army of soldiers. But you got to come out here and you got to make that choice to come to boot camp. And it's going to be hell. Right. It's going to be hell. Like, every time you really start a business, not just like playing business, when you really start a business, that should go right down first before it go up. Because you putting up all your money, you putting up all your time. And I mean, it starts to suck away all your time. Yeah. The kids is coming with you, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and bust a move. But then after a while, you like, oh, okay, it's coming. And then you lose people too. Yeah. You lose friends, you lose family members. Some people lose spouses. Yeah. You know what I mean? I say this all the time, and I wrote about it in my last book. People are dying to be entrepreneurs. Dying. And I'm talking literally and figuratively. Yes. Like, people are killing themselves. People are drinking themselves, using drugs. People are, getting rid of their families, all this, so they can do this thing called entrepreneurship because they think that it's something to be played with. Yeah. In my day, we were the crazy people. You know what I mean? Like, I actually went to college. And became a felon in college. But everybody looking at me crazy. You going to college. Why you not doing it? I can't get a job. So I gotta do this. Now everybody be like, yeah, go start a business. I remember when I was being, look, you got a restaurant. What, you 20 years old? You better focus on your schoolwork. They not gonna give me no job. I gotta bust a move. So now they make it so trivial. They trivialize it so much. And I'm like, you're gonna hurt yourself if you don't have a coach, somebody to train you, somebody become a part of a community. Yeah. You're going to hurt yourself if you don't do this, because this ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
I love that's why I said when you said that business bestie, I think that's for a woman to say, you know what I mean? I think it's super dope. What's one of your greatest testimonies of somebody you've been able to help, or maybe something that they said about you and your program?
I feel like the growth my members have, I never want to take it just as my own, but the community provides so many resources for the women to grow their business, but also space to pivot.
Yeah. So
I've had girls who started out as a hairstylist, mm-hmm. and now she has a hair brand. Mm. You know, so she realized, okay, there's only so long I can do hair to where now she's been able to pivot and make good money for herself. Yeah. Or I also have a drop shipping company. So to be in a service industry and now have products to sell, now they have more income. Yeah. I have a CRM system, so it's like usually you would spend so much time sending out individual emails and replying to so many clients. Now you have systems that really do it for you, to where you're able to make more money, maintain more clients, and you realize you got more time.
Yeah, yeah.
You got more time to spend with your family, more time to vacation, do the things you want to do. Something for me that really helps, we just actually celebrated our 4-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
That was this past Saturday.
Congratulations.
It was different because it was different because this is my first year where I actually paid for everything to be done. Last year, I cooked, I decorated. Yeah. I did everything.
But you walking it out. That's what they say. You walking it out.
But I said never again. I won't do that no more.
No, I'm with you.
I won't do that no more. So this year I actually paid decorators, caterers. I paid for everything. It almost broke my pockets. But for my members to come in and just talk about the inspiration I've given them, with me just being consistent. Yeah. So it's like there's times we do a laptop link up every week. It might be a week where only 1 or 2 people show up. Yeah. But it's like that intimate setting where I'm able to really pour into them because we don't have as big of a crowd where we're really able to get some work in. Yeah. They get that one-on-one with me. So it's those moments where I push through even when I necessarily don't feel like it. And really don't have the energy for myself to do it. But I'm like, you know what? It's not about me. It's bigger than me. Yeah. And God is using me, and I gotta come through. I have to. So really, my consistency being the ultimate game changer for my brand and business, and I feel like that's what my girls appreciate the most.
You know, I love that so much. I tell people all the time, entrepreneurship is the most selfless thing you can do if you're doing it right. It's not selfish, it's selfless. Absolutely. And so that's all I'm hearing you say. So you said earlier that you was in a different business as far as dancing, and we're in Vegas. Have you been able to tap back into that market and take some of those young ladies from in that space to helping them become their business bestie and helping them into other business or pivot?
Yeah, and I love that part because it's like when we're in that industry and you can make thousands of dollars in one night, and then you telling me, you know, I got to start a business. Like we said, it doesn't have that instant gratification. You will work a lot and hard, and you won't see that kind of return right away. But I do have some girls that I've met in the industry who have seen me grow that are like, you know, help me get started. So I love it so much. And that's why I really don't mind getting deep and telling my story. No. Because I want them to know it not only is it possible, but that same dedication you're putting into that is the same energy that can go into something so much bigger.
Yeah. I mean, you know, again, coming from the hustle, coming from the street, we understand that your back could be against the wall. And I'm not the person to tell nobody what to do and what not to do when your back is against the wall. But I want you to understand that that's short term. Right. I want you to go into that situation with a short term mindset. Hey, if I got to pay my rent this month at the time of the recording is the first of the month. I won't say what month, but it's first of the month. If you got to pay your rent this month and you had to go shake a leg, whichever way, one way or the other, whatever you were doing. Left, right. Yeah, do that. But you got 30 more days to be working on something else. Right. So that next month you might not have to do that, or you won't have to do it as much. Mm-hmm. And if you did that for 90 days, you probably won't have to do it at all. Mm-hmm. But don't go into this. A lot of people get into this and be like, hey, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. Even in business. And I'm sure you're teaching your girls this is like, every business ain't for you to have forever. Like, you got to create something so you can sell it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get these businesses and like, oh, this is mine. I even got stuff with my last name that I sold my cleaning business with my last name on it. You can have it because it was time to go. So we have to be willing to understand what's short term and what's forever. You know what I mean? And keep growing. So
and be open to pivot. I feel like the biggest lesson really for this year, I've learned detachment.
Wow.
I do not want an attachment to anything that is going to deter me from what God has for me. Mm. And that's my prayers. Like, I want what you want for me, Lord. And if I'm getting off path in any way, please realign me. Yeah. Because I want what you want for me. So I had to detach from my idea of what I thought success was. Yeah. My idea of what I thought really love was. Yeah. And what I thought I would get, even from the community, because although I have girls who really appreciate me and what the community has done for them, I also come across people who come, take what they can, and then they
keep it pushing. Out. Yeah, keep it pushing.
But I cannot have too much of an attachment to where now I'm off. Yeah. I'm not focused. I'm not in alignment anymore. So that was a big thing. It's not being too attached, learning detachment, and everything has a purpose. Yeah. And long as you stay in alignment, you ultimately will get to where you're supposed to be, period.
I love that. So you have chapters. How did that come about what happened when you decided, hey, I want to have chapters. I want to spread this past Vegas and go someplace else?
Well, with Vegas being successful, it was only right that I go to my hometown. Yeah. So I didn't necessarily want to be in San Bernardino. So I did LA. Yeah. To where I could still get the surrounding cities. So I did Business Besties LA, and then I also have a girlfriend who's known me for years who can vouch for my character that I wouldn't play games with. Cool. So she took over as vice president for LA. I had a girlfriend in the Virgin Islands. I did a couple trips to the Virgin Islands. I'm networking with people, and I'm realizing there's nothing like Business Besties out here. And that's really where I started to plant. Yeah. I wanted to go places where there's a real need for a community and to be around like-minded women who are growing in business. So Portland, Phoenix, Texas, starting out with Houston, trying to migrate over to Dallas, but and then the Midwest. So it was really trying to get in those cities that needed what we have to offer.
So your first chapter was in LA, right? Yeah. So what was that like when you went over there and you reached out to your homegirl? You said, hey, I got to do what I'm doing over here. She lined it up for you, or how did that work out?
She held it down to where we can constantly get the women in LA to join in our virtual events. So that's pretty much how I start. Okay. I start off with the virtual events. We'll do a monthly call. We got like 2 monthly calls going on. Yeah. So where it can build up from there, and then we'll start doing in-person events. Okay. So we did a staycation out in LA where I actually brought girls from Vegas to LA. Love it. And then gave them a vibe of what the community is. And we had a great time. we turned up. We turned up for real. So that was great. And then now just doing the same thing and recreating that blueprint in these different cities.
Oh man, so look, I hope you guys enjoying this thing because I am. It's just great to have a young sister who able to talk and talk this business talk because again, I've done it so much, and I really hate that we take entrepreneurship. We don't take it seriously, and we play with it, and she's really doing something that everybody's not doing, and that's the thing. One thing about entrepreneurship, you got to be innovative.
Yeah.
You have to be innovative. Like we, as entrepreneurs, we were never trying to do the same thing everybody else was doing. Right. Because we were looking for something that people needed. Right. Not just what we wanted to do. Right. We didn't have license to just say, I want to sell chicken because everybody in my house like my fried chicken. Like, yeah, that's your house. You know what I mean? But that don't mean we need it on the corner store at the corner. And so I really, really love this scenario. Please tell me what you are planning to do going forward. I mean, we coming into the fourth quarter. How you plan on closing out 2025 and knocking down these walls in 2026?
So my fourth quarter is going to end with me having my community app. So I
love it.
Right now, I just wrapped up August. Was it August 1st? I launched my community platform. So now I have all 3 tiers on one platform.
Love it.
Now I'm trying to, I'm making our community hub into an app.
Yeah.
So that's going to close out the fourth quarter. I'm going to have pre-recorded courses and just have everything automated because, like I said, I do have a CRM system. So this is really going to take everything that I'm doing in the community, systemize it, and then for 2026, I'm doing a tour. So I want to break this down for your audience.
Come on.
Your audience is, entrepreneurs where they're in the start, grow, or scaling process. So I want anybody to clock this who's really getting it though. If you see what I did, I created a free community as a nonprofit of my target audience, right? I created the community and then established mentorship tiers to where I can convert the people that I target in my free community into a mentorship and scale them up. So now I have a hub, all of my target that could really stay with me forever. There's no full graduation process out of my community. Mm. So once they get started, you're almost stuck with me for life. So I want to say that for entrepreneurs, one, you need to set yourself up for passive or recurring revenue. Yes. So that looks like a subscription, a membership of any form. And I teach my members how to do this because any business, any brand can, whether that's with digital or physical products or sell the information that you have, sell access to your Rolodex. If you are popular in your city and everybody know you, you should be selling access to the people that you know.
This is preaching, y'all. This is preaching. Let's go.
And that's I'm giving this out because I really appreciate this interview. So I really hope you guys are clocking this tea right now. People don't like to do things for free, and I hate that because it's like it's in your service where you would get the most blessings. And I'm telling you from somebody who did it, okay? In your service where you get the most blessings. So find a way to give back and ultimately to a crowd of your target market. So that way it's not just wasted, but these are people who would appreciate your service and then want to find ways to pour back into you. And what better way to do that than to partner up with your mentorship or your subscription? So if you sell candles, find a way to add a subscription to where you give a candle every month. If you do hair, establish a subscription where they get styles, touch-ups in a subscription. So that can be established for any brand in business, and I know because I'm doing it. And if you need help, sign up. buildwithpromise.com.
Oh yeah, we're going to get all your information, and we're going to make sure everybody have it. One other thing I want you to talk to them about, because I was just actually telling my team, and we got that set up. But you mentioned your CRM. Mm-hmm. So for people that don't know what a CRM, break it down for them.
A CRM is customer relations management. So it's doing automations with your social media. It's integrated in a way to where you probably seen it where if you comment ebook, you can get an automated message of the person's ebook. So that helps because if you are delegating hundreds of clients, I don't have the time to reply to everybody.
Exactly.
You know, we got people asking for location. Where are you located? You should have an automated message that will automatically send them the location to your establishment.
This is
So that's
2025, y'all. Listen, this is 2025. We can't do business in the Stone Ages no more.
For real. Something like a CRM is what really takes your entrepreneurship into a full business. Having systems. People think systems are just having a level of, people think wealth is about having a certain level of money, when really it's about the systems behind your money.
And the knowledge too, not dormant knowledge
Right.
that you're using, go to my website, as soon as you go in, if you've never been on my website, it's going to automatically pop up where you can go ahead and give me your email address and my book will come to you immediately, amongst other things that I got set up. So that's what that is. You can get stuff like constant contact, some other type of things that you can go, but spend the money. You got like 18 subscriptions, Hulu, Netflix. Some of this stuff might cost you, and I got them all, but I got that too. So you need to, spend that bread so that can work, and it makes you look better. You know what I'm saying? Also, you want a big time client. They don't want to give you something to make it like, look, my money making you get to this point. No, you want to say, hey, I'm on this level to be able to take you in and be able to handle your stuff with care, because I already know how to handle my own stuff. Like, you don't want to eat at nobody's house who look nasty, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So if your house is taken care of, people be okay with you, taking care of them in your house or their house. So I wanted her to go ahead and go into that because, hey, she's preaching right now, and you don't get in front of the preacher. You just go ahead and drop a couple dollars.
Like, I tried, that's enough.
You got to go ahead. You got to go tip.
It's about applying. You have to apply what you've learned.
Yes, no dormant knowledge.
Be open to pivot at any time. And when your business becomes too overwhelming, especially as a solo entrepreneur, that's when you know you need systems.
Yeah.
You're already overwhelmed. You're already doing too much. And like I said, this is my first year paying for my whole gala and for people to do everything I needed delegated. So you realize in that I was less stressed. I had more time to myself. I was able to fully enjoy my anniversary ball instead of like, oh, I can't wait for this to be over. So it's like with my CRM, everything I've established for my business were for the needs of my community members. So getting AI involved, my AI software is called Turnkey Millionaires, and it does grant writing, post generating, and it's unlimited, unlike ChatGPT. So with that, then we developed my CRM software. I worked with 2 technicians, Daryl and Daryl. These are my guys. So they really went through to make sure we had everything in our CRMs.
She got some guys in there, y'all.
Yeah. And we got our brothers in business now. So I've actually.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. See, I just don't want us to be left out. I just don't want us to be left out. I know we hard-headed. I know we don't know how to act sometimes, but don't give up on us. Please don't give up on us.
I had to add the brothers in business, just because, I do have so many partnerships now where I am working with my brothers. Art Signs is one, Just Be is another brother of mine. So I wanted also to be able to provide resources and opportunities to them. So with my brothers in business, I established an online casino. And there's a buy, sell, trade marketplace.
Wow. And Just B was sitting right where you were.
Really?
Yeah, Just B.
Guy.
Yeah, he's one of my, he's an interview. I interviewed him right here.
That's my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Just B, for real.
He's another community leader who is really doing the work to show love to the people.
Yeah.
And I love that so much because it's hard and we don't get the instant gratification. A lot of the things we do, people wouldn't even know.
Nah, you're right.
So for people like that who really just do it off the strength of love, those are people I keep real close to me. Him and Art are my brothers. Can't nobody say
such a small world, even smaller city. But I'm glad that we're walking in the same, situations because that helps, having the same group of good community here. So again, knowing that somebody you just spoke about sat in that same seat that you sat in, so that means it's great energy. Yeah. It's great energy. It's been, some dignitaries that's in the city that's been in that seat where you are. So we're not dealing with no suckers. Sorry to say, this is sucker free over here.
Sucker free.
We got to make sure that we're moving this city forward. You know, that's why I said we the best, because not Khaled, but here we're doing our thing because we want to move the city forward, move ourselves forward. Please let everybody know. Give them that website again that you gave them earlier. Make sure they hear it clearly. How to find you on social media. Anyway, how to spend some money with you. All that good stuff.
Okay. No, but if you want to know about Business Besties, our website is businessbesties.org. Our Instagram is billionairebesties.club. It is the 3 tiers. So Business Besties being our first tier is absolutely free to join. VIP Besties is my low-cost offer for a mentorship. Billionaire Besties is my elite club for business owners, influencers, and we're really using the CRM, and we're leveraging the drop shipping company, so we have products to sell. That's focused on the scaling process. And then I do have the Brothers in Business. The online casino is everything, everygame247.com. Get on there.
Love it.
Any game in the casino we have on the platform. And I'll give you $25 to play with for joining.
That's amazing.
So that for myself, I am the Boss Builder on Instagram. My personal page is Miss Promise. My website is buildwithpromise.com. The Facebook group is Business Besties LV. So yeah, you can find everything there, and we're really just trying to connect with like-minded women or men who are really just focused on growing and establishing a sustainable business. And let's get it. To the top we go.
Hey, I love it. Please, I want you to close us out with a definitely a word of encouragement for the people in the city, for just anybody who's going to hear this. I need a word of encouragement. You got a lot of power within you. They need to hear it.
I feel like the most vulnerable and the most authentic you can be is where you will get the most blessings. You have to be open for the yeses and open for the nos. Any no will serve you a purpose to redirect you. Any yes will now confirm to you the people, places, and things that are meant to be in your sphere. So the only way we know is to speak up. You have to speak up. Any trials you're going through, let the people know around you so they have the ability to show up for you. And then even if they don't show up, when you make it, because that part is guaranteed, you know who doesn't need to be on your yacht. Okay? I know who is not going to be on my yacht. Yes. Thank you for that no. I needed it.
Yes.
So believe in yourself. Continue to do the things that your spirit is allowing you to do. And just know that everything is always working out for your highest good.
Oh my God. I just think about Allen Iverson when he was doing his Hall of Fame speech. He said, "Thank you to all my so-called friends who showed me your true colors at that time." Like, you got to thank them. You got to appreciate them, because when you don't want to have to go back and try to take care of them when you get this $1 billion. Like, no, you helped me out. You done thinned out that whole list for me. You done made it easy. I had 50, now I'm down to 5.
Because we all do it. I feel like we really can't wait to get to a spot to where we could take care of our people.
Oh my God.
So why not? Let me ask you for help. Hey, can I hold $5? No, I ain't even got it. Oh, but you was just at the club last night balling out.
Yes.
I can't have 5? That's cool. Okay. Yeah. So when God bless you the next day with your $1 million, you won't get that 5.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. Hey, I keep upgrading this thing every single week. We stay upgrading, and this is no exception. We will, and we are the best in the business. This city is being taken by storm, by a good storm. We coming to clean up and get rid of all of the garbage, so that we can have some clarity, so that we can show our people how to go higher and higher. And it's right here for us to do it. We have everything that we need within us to do it, and all we got to do is tap into it and tap into each other so we can do greatness and put greatness on display all times here in Vegas. Y'all already know where it happens at, right here in the studio with your boy, J Haleem. Follow me on Instagram, any social media platform. I am J Haleem. Follow the show on YouTube, in the studio at J Haleem. Go to Instagram, in the studio with J Haleem. www.jhaleem.com. That's the website. Tap into us. I'm telling you, we are doing some amazing things. Look, I got goose pimples. I got goose pimples because this has been phenomenal.
Okay, and real quick, brother, I got to give you your flowers. One, thank you so much for this amazing conversation. You don't know how happy I am to be able to showcase who I really am to the people.
Oh, man.
And another one is thank you for living in your truth, because this is what is helping anyone else coming behind you feel like they could do it too.
Yes.
And you are a light.
Thank you.
You're a light shining and paving the way for them and us, me. This was so needed.
Wow.
And you just don't know. So I appreciate you. Please continue to do what you're doing. This is amazing.
I will. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I done found a new home. Vegas, we here, y'all. This is amazing. Look, tap in. It don't get no better than this. Well, it's going to keep getting better, but it's not because, it's because we won't stop.
Right.
It's just because we won't stop. Right. Whatever God got for us, we're going to go take it, and we're going to spread it out to everybody who want it. I'm telling you, it's right here. Y'all going to find it. Y'all going to find it right here every week, right here in Vegas and in the studio with J Haleem. See y'all next time. Peace.